Oh, hey guys. So I hope you have all attended our workshops the last few days. If not, I can tell you what KBase is. We are a user facility of a sort, but we're very accessible. All you have to do is go to kbase.us in your browser and you are there. We are a framework in which you can collaborate with your teams and with others to analyze your heterogeneous data sets for plants, microbes, and their communities to make predictions about their functions and behaviors. That's what we basically do. The fundamental idea of KBase is to make your data accessible, your data and analysis accessible, reusable, and transparent to others, while allowing you to advantage yourself of putting your data in the context of both reference data that we integrate from the outside and data that other people have shared with you, and to make that a very powerful, community sort of object. The system allows you to integrate your data into the platform. It allows you to integrate your tools into the platform and then to operate on those tools in a framework we call the narrative, and then to share that with groups. Part of the special sauce of the system, however, is something we call the knowledge engine. What this thing does is it relates what you have analyzed and what you have shared with other data on the system. Now, KBase's basic premise is your data is yours until you share it and hit the share button. And once you do that, then for the people who have it shared, they know how to relate their data to yours and what other data which is public that it relates to. You can get to it. The knowledge engine gives you inferences based on the information. So to give you some sense of things, to create your teams, one really good thing you should all do immediately is create your own organization for your laboratories, for example, or for your projects that DOE has generously funded. These are an example of them. JGI has its own institute, for example. We have a couple of SFAs up here, the Joint Plant Energy Institute and so on. And what these do is allow them to put all their people into one place, and those people can then see when new narratives and data have been uploaded into the system. They can then share their results, and they can re-execute those workflows. They can copy them, and they can use them for their own research. Those people can also make them, those narratives public. So when they are made public, everyone can see them. So when you can look for an organization like JGI, for example, if you went there, you could possibly see narratives they made public. You can also get to their apps that they've made public. Well, all apps are public. The community on KBase is about 7,000 active users. These are people who come to the system and use it for at least twice, more or less. The graph you're seeing growing on the right there, I guess, is the user graph made over time. And what it's showing is users who join the system and then begin to share their work with others. And so this is an example of how much sharing is going on in this system and how powerful that is for our user base. So while there are individuals, I can't see it anymore. There's a separate thing? Okay. While there are individuals who only share with one or two people or never share at all, the bulk of our users are talking to each other. And those things get shared around. And that is how our science propagates, how the data propagates, how their analyses propagates, and how their methods propagate on system. It's a very powerful way of ensuring that not only are you steward of your own data in your own laboratory, not only is your project a steward of its own data, but that it's a way of sharing your results and making it powerful for others. The other thing that KBase does is it empowers you to operate on your data. It is typical to want to run your data through a pipeline, for example. Add reads here, get annotated genome out on the other side. And there are people who are really good at doing that, and agencies like JGI, which have made the gold standard versions of these things that are absolutely powerful. But sometimes your data is a bit different than what they've seen before, or there's new methods that have arisen. What KBase wants to enable you to do is to combine your data in different ways that people haven't thought of before. Compare and contrast different methods for doing those assemblies and annotations, or for making models of tools. And this is a map of all the apps in KBase and how people have moved through them. And while there are definitely stereotype routes, you can see there's many, many ways that people have used KBase in their own ways that are not pipeline at all. That's completely based on their own, how they want to drive their data forward themselves. Once you have created an object in KBase, that's thing called a narrative. It contains all your data, all the ways that you've analyzed that data, and your thoughts. You can actually make paper-looking objects in something called the narrative interface. And then you can cite to it in your papers. And when you click on that link right there, it takes you to a fully rendered narrative that you built that explains what you did, that has all your data associated with it, and all your analyses that are rerunnable, reusable, copyable, and you can put new data into it and see what happens. So it allows you to change the way the publications work. So with that, I'll stop. I'll just thank the team. First of all, I want to thank my co-leads. That's Chris Henry and Bob Cottingham, who are constantly at my side trying to make this whole thing work. But it's a team of a lot of people who are very, very important. You'll see a lot of us are wearing our KBase sweatshirts, or we did yesterday. So thanks.